Hi, I'm David Baer, and in this video, we're going to take a look at outranking. Now, outranking is an artificial intelligence writing tool that's very similar to other tools out there that are designed to help you be more effective and faster at writing content. In this case, however, outranking specifically focuses on search engine optimization. So it's really great for blog posts and other articles where you want your content to be ranking high in Google and other search engine results. And so that's really the reason you want to look at this versus another tool out there is that if you are creating content specifically for ranking well in search engines, you want to have a tool that identifies the best opportunities for you. And that's exactly what outranking does. I'll show you how in just a moment. Okay, so here we are inside of outranking. I've selected a keyword or long tail keyword, investing in stocks for long term, which I looked at a whole bunch of different potential options, and this one looked like had a lot of searches on a monthly basis, and it was right along the lines of what I wanted to have an article generated about. So the next thing that I need to do is generate a title. It gave me some suggestions. I like this one at the top, so I'm going to go ahead and hit next. I was then asked to create a meta description. I found one here that basically covers what I want to have the article talk about. And then it brings me to this point where it's looking at the current results, the current SERP results, so search engine first page ranking, and it's then breaking apart all of that content into the various H2 tags, so all the pieces of these articles that are getting them ranking well at the top of the search engine. Now, over here on the right-hand side, I pulled over some of the ideas. I added a couple of additional ideas that I wanted to have my article be about. And I have the ability, if I'd like, to, under each of these, add some additional H3 tags. In this case, I added, some here. I don't think I added them in all of the areas, but you can sort of see. Right, so I didn't need to add something, why and how to invest, but I did add some at the top, and I probably could add a few more. Let's maybe, okay, I think I did it on this one as well. So there were a few of these that I added some H3 tags. Now, one of the things that outranking does that you're not going to find in other tools is it's actually going out and instead of just having the AI writer create content from what it thinks is going to be useful, is it's actually comparing the factual information that Google is already saying this is good information. And then it's going to help us rewrite that. Now, they've recently added this premium first draft option, which really helps write out the article in a much more comprehensive way. So instead of giving me a really good outline and then I have to go and individually select each section of the article and tell it to expand it and then read that and go, oh, do I like this? Do I not like it? I can actually do a one-click auto write of the first draft. Now, it's really important that you understand this is a first draft. And while the article may feel like a complete article, what it's missing is, a good bit of personality from me, the author. So I could absolutely go and say, yeah, I'd like to have this kind of tone in the writing. I can, tell it a little bit more, but ultimately I still need to have some editing done once that first draft is created. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the create outlines. It's now going to go through this process where it's writing that first draft. Now this will take a little while. As it says here, this can take 3 to 15 minutes, probably means 3 to 5 minutes. I think that's actually a typo based on what I heard them explain earlier. But we're going to pause the video and then come back once this is complete, and we can continue on with the process. Okay, so that actually took just like 4 minutes to generate, and what it ended up generating was not as complete as I was expecting. But then I realized that I have the setting to medium length, and so what it's doing is it's giving me these sort of little snippets that I can either piece together an entire paragraph, or I can pull additional paragraphs out. But I gotta say, there is a lot of awesome content, and as I sort of quickly read through it, there's a couple of places where I don't like the things that it's chosen to talk about. Like, it's talking about Singapore's sovereign wealth fund. This is not going to be sort of relevant to the audience that I'm trying to appeal to. And so this section I might want to redo, but with few exceptions, this area about Wealthfront and their sort of automated thing, I don't really want to talk about that. It comes back to the Ontario stuff and the Singapore stuff again. And so there's a couple of areas where I just want to wholesale, like, replace the content. But I gotta say, I mean, there is a ton of content in here, and I can easily go through here in the next, 15, 20 minutes and flesh out a full article. And, in terms of the score that it's giving me for the internal analysis of how well this is going to rank, that is an awesome score. So what I really want to do now is go back and, take a look at the stuff here. So, like, answer it, anytime it poses a question, it's going to generate an answer. So I'm going to go through and clean it up. But here I might say something like, well, let's just see what happens. I'm going to leave the cursor right there, and I'm going to click write for me. Oops. Actually, I need to start writing a sentence, and then it's going to write for me. So, in fact, why don't I just say that there are two main kinds of stock. The first is, and then I'll leave it there and then hit write for me. And so it's generating. Okay, so the first is common stock, which is most popular form of investment. The second kind is preferred stock. Right now I can, continue. So I already have this stuff here, and I can decide, do I want to keep this format going? Yes, I can expand out of here. There's also, all of this additional stuff that I could just pull over if I decide to. So I say, see something like, actually, these pieces are quite helpful because this gives me the ability to mix and match as well. So here I can generate a full draft from all of this, or I can, continue to just sort of flesh this out as I would like to, line by line. All in all, I'm really thrilled with this because this gives me such a better advantage over some of the other tools out there, like Jasper, which used to be called Jarvis, which used to be called Conversion.ai before that, which I love, but it doesn't give me all of the insight into ranking opportunity that this tool does. And frankly, this tool is, if that's what I'm after, and on some projects I may well be, this tool is giving me the ability to generate content that the search engines are going to love a lot faster. So for that reason, I'm really quite thrilled with what I'm getting here in terms of results from Outranking. Obviously, there's a bit more work to do, but that's the case with any of these AI writing tools. And I got to say, this is going to be something that if I want to, build rankable content, I'm going to spend a significant amount of time and energy and focus on investing in this tool. So if you're interested in checking out Outranking for yourself, there is a link below the video. Go ahead and test it out and let me know what you think. Oh, hey, before you go, if you liked the video, hit the like button. And if you got a comment, please leave one. And finally, don't forget to subscribe.